Hey everybody, Shane here, dailyastrocat.com, and today is Friday, and it is the 19th of June, so Juneteenth here in the United States, right? So, Juneteenth, that's correct, that's when Galveston Bay, they announced that slavery was officially over in the United States on Juneteenth. So, June 19th. So, here we go. The moon is void, of course, at 7:30 a.m. and will enter Virgo at 10:37, also in the morning. So, now, with Juneteenth here, we have the world here to celebrate it with us, right? That's going to be fun. So, for those of you who were under tornado watches yesterday, well, or the day before, we joined you. There was a coworker of mine in Woodstock, Vermont, when one touched down there, and he had to drive to his house and through down trees and branches, and when he got home, his driveway was totally washed out. Another one, took all the patio furniture out by the pool and just scattered it to the winds, and I think it blew his kid's trampoline clear across the street. So, yeah, interesting times. So, look, we even had a tornado watch here where I live. Lasted till 7 o'clock, but I was busy. Yeah, you know. So, look, today, the 19th, the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston is free. And it's also Scotland versus Morocco at 6 p.m. Now, hopefully, the beer is restocked. Many places ran out last weekend. And the English are coming down, too. So that'll be interesting as well, because they have a match with Ghana on the 23rd. So people will be arriving early for that, too, right? And the Scots, they're still here, having a good time. So Boston's feeling it, feeling the love, and definitely just good times, right? So now, today is also going to feel surprisingly good. And for a couple of reasons, right? Chiron moves into Taurus, and folks who are traumatized by the pace of modernity and money are going to begin to feel like, hey, maybe we can identify why they're feeling that way and begin to explore different ways of viewing, just the causality of it, and begin to explore different, ways of overcoming it as well. Too many ways in there. But then again, it's all about the ways, right? Because you can't really put your finger on it, because Chiron is that deep-seated wound. So if you have that attitude towards it, we enumerated them yesterday, right? Money and femininity and some Taurus things, right? Those kind of things. That is something that we're going to begin to take a look at. We've got about 3 months to do that, because Chiron's going to dip into Taurus and then it will go back into Aries. So we get a chance to rethink this, right? And it's kind of interesting, because it's a good way to do these things. We've learned that with the last couple of major passages of the outer planets, because they've all shifted within the last year or so, 1 year or 2 years. So there's a track record with that. So, look, today's keyword is reload. And the color is, let's think about green candles on a market chart. Don't know if you know what those look like, but they have green and red candles. Green are when it goes up, red candles are when it goes down. Markets are going to be interesting, so we'll go with the green candles for today. Now, that's what they call the little things on a chart. So now the sun's getting ready to bow out of Gemini, and I hope you feel like you were able to accomplish something this season, despite the late start and some mixed signals that we started with initially, right? What's coming next is a practical boost to our green energy. That's right. That's what's coming today. For me, it's already beginning to show up, although next week is a make or break week to achieve future stated goals, right? Or stated goals just related to expenditures that I made this week and outlays with the green energy that I'm expecting to have returned to me. So last month provided me with the means to move forward. And this is a spot of agreement. The moon is showing us where we are headed this summer. Being in Virgo, she's showing us where we're headed right now. Interesting, right? Because this is some granular stuff, right? This is some detail. This is some Virgo stuff, right? We really just drill down and, start thinking, okay, what's going to happen and where are we going and how is this going to function like this. And this is where we begin to reload the necessary tools to make further changes that will have a lasting impact on our home and our security, our sense of financial well-being, projecting forward. Now, manipulated markets, they're going to make a calculated jump today. Yeah, crypto markets, just avoided, right? Now, this is not investment advice. However, as a casual observer, perhaps this is about to change as we see more and more younger folks dabble in day trading. That's right. The moon in Virgo is good for analyzing these things, and it's super good at pivoting. It favors it, right? Hey, that might be a way out for some folks, right? It favors that pivot, that planning, and those decisions that you have to make. Now, this is an important energy signature. Spiritually, we will find ourselves in a parallel relationship with this grounded earth energy. Approach this from a higher vibrational state and build on your previous successes in all areas of your current day-to-day. All areas. If you think this is nonsense, just take a moment and reflect. We've been here previously, and we will return here stronger right around August 26th, when the sun is where the moon is today. Specific, right? Okay. Now, I tell you about these changes, but they won't happen in a vacuum. The beauty of astrology, or in particular, my astrology, is it's all about energetic flow. It's up to you to recognize these patterns with me and take stock of your assets, 3D and 5D. And we're going to reload your intention to fall into line with the changes that will flow, that this flow will be taking us on. It will fall into line with this timeline that I just laid out for you and the various timelines that I've been throwing out there. Jupiter in Leo, that's coming. And this is going to be noisy, jubilant, and decisive. Mars will be entering Gemini right about the same time. And everyone will know that the revolution has just started. There you go. This is going to be fun. Now, in 1819 on this date, the HMS Kite chases the steamship SS Savannah on its historic voyage across the Atlantic for 3 hours off the coast of Ireland, believing it was on fire. It was a steamship, right? Steamships were nothing new, but not used to seeing one in Cork, right? So, unable to catch a steamship because it was too fast, and the Kite was a revenue cutter designed to be fast, it fires a warning shot, forcing it to stop and be inspected, to the amazement of the British. Now, it's a little deeper and darker than that. The British were not quite so amazed. They were more impressed with checking people's papers and impressing sailors at that point. We did not have that great a relationship with the English at that point, with Britain. And as an experiment, that SS Savannah was the first successful Atlantic crossing for a steamship. As a commercial venture, however, it was basically a failure. So had to wait a little bit for for steamships to become commonplace crossing the Atlantic. And our birth is in 1964. Bill Barretta, he's an American puppeteer, producer, writer, and actor. You know him from Sesame Street. He's Pepe the King Prawn, the Swedish Chef, and Rolf the Dog. That's right, Rolf the Dog in the Muppet Show. He's born in Yardley, Pennsylvania. And that is all I have for you. So, let's recap. And I just want to make sure that I thank all of you for all the comments and stuff you've been leaving. Yesterday, I was busy, and I did not have meetings and appointments and stuff like that. There's a couple of them that I didn't get back to, so I'm going to try to go back to those tomorrow morning, give you some responses and stuff like that. I try to respond in real time, but sometimes life conspires against me. But keep them coming because I really appreciate them, and believe it or not, they really help boost the algorithm. And just grateful for all of you for following and liking and doing all the nice things. And there's more of you now than ever, and I really appreciate that. To recap, our color is green candles on a market chart, and the keyword is reload. Today, if you have it off, enjoy it. Juneteenth, right? Today's a 7. Happy astrocatting.